Yes, hello, welcome into 11am Sports here for the final one season challenge on Football Manager 21. Yes, I know, it's sad to hear, but we've done 3 already. We're doing one last one, and as you can see from the screen in front of you, we are going to be playing as Barcelona. I know, a little bit different from Schalke. We had a couple, being Schalke and Sheffield United, where it was teams that get relegated. We tried to keep up. We had Juventus, where we were trying to get them to win everything when they didn't. And Barcelona is going to be a very similar one to Juventus, but obviously not with Juventus. We're using Barcelona. I have my Barcelona kit on here as well. It's actually one of the older ones where they kind of had the checked pattern, if you remember that, instead of their stripes. But our aim is to obviously win La Liga, basically win absolutely everything in what will be Lionel Messi's final season. We all know what's happened in real life regarding Messi. He's away to PSG now, so this would be his last year. He didn't win anything in his last year at Barcelona, and that is the aim. We want to win La Liga. They finished third, did Barcelona. It's the first time they've not finished in the top 2 for about 10, 15 years, something like that. So we have to make sure we get them to finish at least in the top 2, ideally win that league. It's going to be tough against both the Madrid sides, but that is the aim, and also to do well in the Champions League as well. Barcelona, I remember right back when Pep Guardiola were there, and Messi and Xavi and Iniesta, that was it. That was the best team winning Champions Leagues. We want to try and get a Champions League victory for Barcelona when we're the manager as well. That is the aim in the one season challenge here with Barcelona. As you can see, the screen in front of you says we have been hired as the manager. And if you missed the last ones, go and check them out before this. You'll understand again the whole way that the one season challenge works. And if you are new around here and you're looking forward to this series, then please do subscribe to the channel so you don't miss an episode. And leave a like on the video if you think this could be quite an interesting way to finish our journey of one season challenges. You can see I've replaced Ronald Koeman there. £150,000 a week. That's probably why Barcelona are in such financial trouble when they're paying the person who's never been a manager before, according to this game, £150,000 a week. So let's get into this. Introduce us to the club and have a wee look at the squad. You'll know most of the names there, but I need to try and remind myself who's there, because we all know the struggles that are happening there at Barcelona in real life at the moment during this transfer window and the start of this season. So we'll jump back kind of 12 months to the start of last season and see what the squad looks like there. See, we are predicted to finish second according to the media. We're obviously playing in the Champions League. The Camp Nou, nearly 100,000 seats in it. Exceptional and superb and state-of-the-art to everything. And that's not a surprise, is it, realistically, when you think about the type of club that Barcelona is. Looking at the best 11 according to the team report here, I'll be honest, I'm not quite sure how true it is. Pk, Langley centre-back, Ter Stegen in goal, Sergio Roberto and Jorday Alba at full-back, Busquets, Pjanic, De Young in midfield, Messi on one side, Griezmann on the other, and Ansu Fati up front, which I'll be honest, I didn't expect him to be the best striker who's at the club by this point, but hey, we'll find out a little bit more as we go through this and look at the squad as a whole. They obviously want us to play possession-based attacking football, high reputation players, and develop players in the youth system. Obviously, we won't really be able to develop the youth system in a one-season challenge, but we'll certainly be looking to play attacking, possession-based football, definitely. They want us to win La Liga, and they want us to reach the semi-final of the Champions League. And I think that is what we do have to do for this to be a successful one-season challenge. Realistically, I want to win both those titles. Here we go. The first thing we're met with as we take the hot seat is there is a certain player who's in the last year of his contract, being Lionel Messi. And guess what? We don't re-sign him because they didn't in real life and also only play 1 year. So that's all that matters. But yes, Messi, I mean, he's got a lot of 20s. He's quite a good player, isn't he? He's the best player in the world, really, isn't he? Right, so let's introduce you to the squad in this first episode. That's normally what we do in the first episode of the one season challenges here, and you can see we just have one screen's worth of squad here. No, not a huge amount of depth. And let's look at the goalkeeper. So we'll start with Marc-André Ter Stegen. He's a very, very good goalkeeper. 4-star current ability. He's got lots and lots of green stats there. Unfortunately, he is out for up to 4 months with torn knee ligaments to start the season here. So it'll be nearly Christmas by the time he gets to play for us. But very, very good keeper. Bought what, 6-7 years ago now, from Mönchengladbach for £9 million. That's probably one of the bargains of any transfer ever. Compared to how good he is, £9 million a bit of a steal. And his backup, and to be honest, he'll be the starter for the first few months of the season, is Neto. He's the backup goalkeeper for us. Not quite as good as Ter Stegen, as you can see. But looking at his history, we paid £26 million for him last season. You see how much he cost compared to Ter Stegen? Ridiculous, really. You see he's been around a few different clubs, Fiorentina, Juventus, and then Valencia before he arrived at Barcelona. But a solid enough backup. Definitely not worth £26 million, but he'll be the first choice keeper for the first few months. Moving forward into the defence, we've got Gerard Pk. He's been a stalwart in this defence for a large number of years, since he arrived for £4 million back in 2008 from Manchester United. He started at Barcelona, went to Man United, and then came back to Barcelona after that. £4 million. He's been solid at the back for them ever since. He'll be an aerial threat as well at 6'4". 33 years old, so he's going to start to decline, but again, we'll get use of him for one season in there. That's Gerard Pk. His partner at the back will likely be Clement Langley. I'll say Langley. My pronunciations might not be the best. 25-year-old Frenchman, centre-half. You can see nice solid stats there. 3-star player, signed from Sevilla a few seasons ago for £30 million. This seems to be just a common occurrence of Barcelona spending far too much money on players compared to what they're actually worth. And this is one of those examples. Again, he's not that great. It's solid, but not that great. Oh, £30 million. Imagine paying £30 million for him. He's probably going to start alongside Pk though. The other options at centre back include Ronald Araujo here, the 21-year-old Uruguayan, 3-star player as well. Not quite as good as Langley. He arrived for £1.5 million a few seasons ago from Boston River in Uruguay. That's a nice solid centre back. He'll probably develop into a very high quality player, but we're not going to get to see that because we're only here for one season. Another option at centre back is Samuel Umtiti. Again, 3-star player, fairly solid. Not quite as good technically as Pk or something like that, but nice mentals, nice physicals. He arrived from Lyon for £20 million 5 seasons ago. Again, solid centre half. He might be playing instead of Langley, but unfortunately he's out for 2 months with torn knee ligaments as well. Everyone just seems to be out with torn knee ligaments, but yes, that's the 4 centre-back options we've got. We've got a few options at right-back as well. Sergio Roberto is probably going to be the starter, 28-year-old. He's been here his full career. Really kind of broke into the team since Dani Alves left, and he's become the first-choice right-back for a while. He's not actually that great. The fact he's worth £37 million. To be honest, I might sell him off, maybe, and bring in someone else at right back. I'm not sure, to be honest, but he's very versatile. He can play in a load of different positions, so that might be fairly useful. You can see he's currently wanted by Liverpool and Man City, so if they offer a stupid amount of money, maybe I'll accept that and replace him with somebody else. But Sergio Roberto at the moment is a first choice right back, and he is backed up by Musa Wegu. I have no idea exactly how it's pronounced. He arrived for £4 million a few years ago from Eupen in Belgium. Out on loan at Nice last season. Not really played a huge amount of football, but he is one of the backup options. And another option in the full-back position is Serginho Dest. He's the American who just signed from Ajax for £20 million. That's a lot of money for a player who doesn't look that great. Possibly could develop into something. He's only 19 years old. But yeah, I don't know how much you'd be using him. And on the left-hand side, we've got a couple of options. The first choice being Jorday Alba. He is a very, very high-quality left-back here. 31 years of age now. Nice, well-rounded statistics. The only one that's really not that great is heading, jumping, and strength. So long as it's on the ground, he's doing all right. You can see he's been at Barcelona for a while since he arrived from Valencia a few years ago. 2012, 2013, he arrived for £11 million. And that is a very good deal when you see what he's turned into. That's Jorday Alba, the first choice left-back. And he is backed up by Junior Firpo here. He's been signed for £16 million from Real Betis a couple of seasons ago, or her last season, I should say. 17 appearances he had last year. He looks all right. A nice, solid backup. If Alba gets injured or needs some rotation, I'm sure he'll be a good enough rotation option there at left back. But this is where it's absolutely ridiculous. Look at that. Fringe player, £105,000 a week. Moving forward into midfield, the first name everyone will recognise is Sergio Busquets there, 32-year-old Spaniard. £31 million is worth at the moment, 4-star current abilities. He's been through the Barcelona academy. Some very nice stats there, particularly his mentals in there as well. Some nice technical stats. Maybe not quite as mobile as he once was, but a very solid player. He'll probably act as a kind of deep line playmaker or an anchor man in that midfield. Just, patrolling in front of the defence, making sure everything's all right there. Alongside him in midfield is probably going to be Frankie De Young. He's the 23-year-old Dutch central midfielder, and also he's a centre-back as well if he needs to, but he mainly plays in midfield. So he's got very nice, well-rounded stats. Maybe could improve some of his long shots, marking, heading. Maybe he's more defensive stats there. Could do with some improvement, but, a very, very good playmaker in midfield. You can see some of his first touch, 17, dribbling 16. He's going to advance the play forward. He arrived from Ajax for £67 million last season. He had a good first year. Hopefully, he can have a good second year with us as the manager. Another new signing to the team here is Miralem Pjanic. That's a lot harder to say than you might think. He's just arrived from Juventus. Artur went the other way. £55 million he came in for after having a fairly long career at Lyon and Roma and then Juventus. Played 30 times there last year. Probably be an important part of our midfield, but 30 years old is starting to age, which is why I'm glad it's a one-season challenge. I can understand why Barcelona had such difficulties trying to re-sign Messi and all the players they've signed for frees to get them actually in the team, because they've got lots of old people who are on lots and lots of money, which is not an ideal way to run your football club. Quickly batter through a few kind of backup central midfield options. Alex Moriba, who looks like a youth prospect from the academy, indeed he is, looks some very nice stats there, could improve very much. Only a 2-star player at the moment, 17 years old. Might get some cup games and stuff like that. If we're here for a few years, I'm sure it'd be very, very interesting to see how he develops, but we're not, so we don't get to see much. So that's Moriba. Young Brazilian Mateus Fernandes, similar sort of thing. Nice, solid stats. Doesn't look anything special. Probably going to be a backup. He arrived here a few seasons ago for £6 million. Probably not worth that. But yeah, another backup option. Another young central midfielder who has some potential, but we probably won't get to see it, is Ricky Pook. I can never pronounce his name properly, so I very much apologise. He's probably not going to play for us because I can't say his name, so I just won't play him. So I don't have to say his name. But you can see, nice, well-rounded, nice mentals. Physicals are all right. He's got some good technicals. Just needs to try and improve some of them. Very much a playmaker. 16 passing, 17 technique, 16 first touch, 14 dribbling. But probably won't get too much of a game, but another young player there. If you're thinking about doing a Barcelona save, they've got some good young talent. One player who I'm sure everybody knows about is Pedri here, the young Spaniard. Played central midfield, I think, for Spain at the Euros, but he can play right across, kind of in behind the striker, any of the wide positions, or at attacking mid or centre mid. Also says he can play a little bit up front, but basically I'm imagining him as a central midfielder, attacking midfielder, can cover on the wings. Looks very good, 17 years old. He's going to be one of the best players in the world. Unfortunately, we won't get to see him turn into that. As we say, I've seen this quite a lot because it's a one-season challenge. But there are a lot of kind of young 17-year-olds who are coming through this academy. I thought they had a bit of a golden age coming through. We'll see how they do in the future in real life. But in the game, he'll probably get quite a few games. He'll probably come off the bench a lot of the time, Pedri. Maybe he'll even start. Another midfielder we have at the club is somebody who they've been trying to get rid of for quite a long time, and that's Philippe Coutinho. He's actually a very, very high-quality player. He can play anywhere kind of across the midfield or in behind the striker. 3.5-star player, some very nice statistics. The problem is he's on £400,000 a week. And you can see, since he's arrived at Barcelona from Liverpool for £128 million, he was out on loan at Bayern last season. They've been trying to get him out on loan again this year in real life. He might play for us a little bit. I'm not too sure, to be honest. We might try to sell him if anyone's interested, but he's got a big wage and that will put a lot of people off trying to buy him, I'm afraid. But yeah, he could be a very useful part of the team should we keep him here though. Now we start looking in the attacking positions, either in the wingers or up front, and obviously we've already mentioned Lionel Messi. He's outstanding. He's amazing. He's been at Barcelona since 2002, making his debut for the first team in the 2004-2005 season. And since then, he's just been absolutely outstanding. I mean, that season there, 2011-2012, he scored 50 goals in 37 league games. It really is outstanding. So, I mean, amazing how good he has been for Barcelona. Obviously now playing at PSG in real life, but this will be his last season here at Barcelona. Let's see if we can get him to win the league in his last year. Hopefully he can contribute with lots and lots of goals. Probably playing in that right hand side coming in field. Maybe we'll play him as a striker. Who knows? Somebody who could be playing in one of the two winger positions is Ousmane Dembele, 23-year-old Frenchman. He's not that good, though, to be fair. We might try and get rid of him. They paid £92 million for him, and he's just not that good. Dortmund making quite a profit, having bought him off Rennes for £24 million the season before, and then making nearly 4 times that money selling him to Barcelona. He's fast, but he's not that great. Worth 50 million. Maybe we'll see if we can try and get rid of him and bring some other people in. A man who you'll all know from watching our Schalke one-season challenge, Francisco Trincao. We had him at Schalke. He was very good when he was not injured. Probably not going to be that great for Barcelona, because he's not of that high quality. It's like they paid £28 million for him this season. That's a lot of money for a player who's nothing against him, but he's certainly not Barcelona quality at this point. £140,000. Why are they paying so much money to players who don't deserve it? I have got no idea. But you never know. He might play a bit. We might get rid of him. Who knows? I realise as I'm going through this team, there's actually a lot of players who aren't that good and we might have to be getting rid of, and that is very strange for a team like Barcelona, who you expect to be one of the best teams in the world. Martin Braithwaite being one of them. You remember him? We had him at Schalke as well in the one-season challenge. So a kind of struggling German side. He played for last one-season challenge, us being Schalke, that struggling German side. And he was all right for us. Certainly don't think he's good enough to be kind of leading the line for Barcelona. They paid £16 million for him. He's all right. Again, we'll see if we keep him or not. I don't want to sell everyone in the team, but there's a lot of rubbish in this team. One player who is not rubbish is Antoine Griezmann. He can play across any of the front 3 positions. Very well rounded. Cost £108 million from Atletico Madrid. Only got 9 goals last season. Hopefully he can do more for us here when we are the manager at Barcelona. Probably going to be playing off the left-hand side. Maybe he'll play up front for us. I'm not sure. I've not decided where himself, Messi are going to play, and who else is going to play alongside them. But Griezmann, 29-year-old Frenchman, on £600,000 a week. That's a lot of money. But he should get some goals for us. And the last player in the team is another 17-year-old who I'm sure you've all heard of. Ansu Fati can play across any of those front 3 positions. Got some stats that are okay to begin with. Hopefully he can develop them throughout the course of the season. He's already one of the best players, to be fair, in that attacking position. Played 24 games last year, got 7 goals. I can only imagine he's going to do better for us here. Maybe playing off that left-hand side, maybe playing up front, maybe playing off the right, who knows. Maybe it'll be Fati, Griezmann and Messi as the front 3. That could be it. But some promising players here, but also some not great ones that maybe would be better to get rid of. So yes, that is the squad. I think we'll leave that there for the introduction to Barcelona here. One season challenge with Barcelona, trying to win La Liga in Messi's last season and trying to win the Champions League for Messi in his last season here. Let's see if we can do it. If you are looking forward to this season, please do leave a like on the video. It really does help us out. Subscribe to the channel if you're looking forward to this and want to watch some more and don't want to miss an episode. Just subscribe and you won't miss an episode. And until the next one, we'll get to the first game of the season. Maybe talk you through some transfers that have gone on. Who knows? If there's lots of transfers, you might not even get a game in the next episode, because if there's a lot of folk going out, there might need to be a lot of folk coming in. Who knows? It could be very, very exciting indeed. So until that next episode, which will be tomorrow, we'll see you then.